when there's Hove, my man. Speech.
Michael Levan, aka Pop, from New York, owner of Homes by LV, HLV Contractors, and a Michael Levan real estate team. My new book dropping called Entrepreneur Overdraft Fees, The Ups and Downs of the Essential Hustler. We're going to ask some good questions about being entrepreneurs, the ups and downs of it, the ins and outs of it, the highs and lows, and understand no matter what happens, you can still make it in this business. Michael Levan, the realtor, aka Pop, new book dropping called Entrepreneur Overdraft Fees, The Ups and Downs of the Essential Hustler. I've been pretty much an entrepreneur for the past 17 years of my life. Small businesses, growing into big businesses. I know what it takes. I know what it's gonna take to get where I want to get to next, and I'm more than dedicated to being there. Got my guys with me today. We're gonna have a quick Q&A. You know, about our experiences, my opinions about certain things about business end of it, and any questions that you may have, I want to be able to answer in this book coming up. It actually right now is on Amazon for pre-sale, or you can go to my website at www.levan.gotthekeys.com and order the book there from well. You'll get an autographed copy if you order from my website directly. And yeah, man, I appreciate you tuning in right now to my video.
3, 2, 1.
Here we go! Who wants to go first? I want to go first. All right. If y'all don't mind.
I know chop it off.
If y'all don't mind. So, for everything that we just experienced right now, so can you talk about, in terms of overdraft fees, the unforeseen circumstances when it comes to terms of doing business?
So, the unforeseen circumstance, in my opinion, of doing business is the financial end of it. You know, everybody has dreams and dreams are free, but the cost of achieving those dreams is something that we can never really know and estimate. Right. You know, because as we're going through situations as far as like achieving those goals and the step-by-step process to get to the ultimate goal of whatever your successful, you know, financial destination is, those places in between is going to cost money to get there. Right now, you know, my goal was to market this book the proper way. As everybody knows, I'm from New York and we're in Atlanta right now. You know, I came down here, I wanted the scenery, I wanted the ambiance, I wanted to feel the energy that Atlanta has to offer for being a black entrepreneur. So it costs to get down here, it costs to do business, but at the end of the day, you gotta pay the cost to be the boss.
I wanna talk about the mindset of a hustler, meaning that some people think that being a hustler is you just selling one thing. Like, talk about like how being a hustler, you could sell anything. Like all the hustles you had growing up and doing whatever, you know, that's hustling, that made you be able to hustle now.
Yeah, I mean, truth be told, that mindset of what you want to quote unquote hustle comes from what your passion, what you want to do. You know what I mean? Nobody can make money, in my opinion, on something they're not passionate about. So if you find something that you're interested in and you're passionate about it, find ways to make money from it. You know what I mean? My first business as an entrepreneur in a small business was, we was 20 years old, I had a record label called Case Closed Entertainment. The reason being is because I love music. You know what I mean? So, you know, Mo, as you know, you was one of my artists. I had Mo, one of my artists. My other cousin Remo was another artist. My man Marv is another artist. Was he D-Ville? No, he was Marv at the time.
Marv.
And then I had a DJ, my man Jay Fire, aka DJ All-Star. Like, I had a serious company. We had t-shirts, we built a studio, we recorded mixtapes, we did all that. But all that stuff, you know what I mean, came because I love music. You know, Todd, you could say the same thing. You had your record label down in Greensboro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's easy to make money in something when you have a passion.
Yo, how's that motivation? Like, you know, I'm a young new father, and I see how you.
You're not young though.
I mean, I'm young.
Like he's 25 or something. You know what I mean?
In my mind, I'm young. In my mind, in my spirit, I'm young. I mean, I'm with the young guys like Shaq every day, so I feel like I'm his age. But how's that, like, that spirit, that passion from the family help you? What's the like obstacles, the ups and downs of dealing with that? Like having to be a hustler and having a family at the same time.
Yeah,
like,
so believe it or not though, like it definitely is a difficult thing to deal with, only because you gotta learn how to balance your energy. You know what I mean? Like I'm a realtor. So a lot of times, when I first got into the real estate business, my goal was to take over and dominate that field so that down the line, my name can make a reputation that it has. You know, people see me as the real estate guy. I want to buy a house. But you have to get to that point. So for me to get there as a family man, my first year took a lot of sacrifices, weekends. You know, going, because people can see houses only really on weekends. So weekends was gone. You know, I might be out to dinner, my phone ring. And as a real estate agent, you don't want to miss out on $1 million phone call. You know, so you be like, yeah, I don't want to answer, but it might be a listing like, listen, I want you to list my house for $1 million. That commission check is me.
When you building, you have to put in evenings, weekends. You got to put in everything. When
you're but on the flip,
you get to like can you coast? You know,
right.
But with the family,
that I thought,
how does that work?
When you and I had. And that's the key thing. You have to have a supportive family that's going to say, okay, you know what? We understand your vision. It's our vision also to do what you got to do to get there. And when you get there, promise to take care of us. And that's my goal. I'm supported when I lost the time with them. So at the end of the day, in the back, and I got to take care of them.
So shout out to the women behind the hustlers. Basically, what you're saying, the families behind the hustlers.
Yeah.
You know, that's really what it helped push that.
And that goes for a lot of people too. Like, people don't understand when it comes down to the support of family. It doesn't just go with your significant other or your children. It goes with your in-laws who's babysitting while maybe the wife is working and I gotta go and run out and the kids don't have school and I gotta bring them over there. My mother does the same thing. Like, a lot of people play a part in building up your success and a lot of where you wanna go. So at the end of the day, when I say family, I mean immediate, but everybody as a whole.
I have a non-traditional family, you know,
right.
In the modern family, but it's the same thing. I could never get as much accomplished as I do if my family wasn't there to take care of home, take care of my dog. I know it says
yeah.
But
shout out to Zoe.
She gotta use the bathroom many times a day, and I'm never ever home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But that's, and just little stuff like I'm like, yo, I need you to go. I had to go to Costco, but it's always closed when I'm not working. You know?
Right.
So here's my list. I need bang bang bang, you know, and then I come home and all the shit is there, you know. And so it's like having that support. Not to say that you can't do it without a support system, but it makes it so much easier.
So much easier.
You have people around who love you and help you to be able to accomplish your goals.
Like, perfect example, just today, like I said, we caught a flight down here at 8 o'clock in the morning, which means we had to be at the airport by 6. Left the house at 4:30. My wife goes to work at 7. My oldest daughter is home for college right now, so she took my youngest daughter, woke her up, got her ready for school, brought us to my mother-in-law's house to do school, because we're doing a virtual school thing right now, to do school there for the day. Tomorrow, same thing, she goes to my mother's house until I get home. So everybody plays a vital role in it, man. At the end of the day, like, when you get to a certain point, from where you at now to that point there, you work for them. For those who looking out for you, so that you can get here and look out for them on the back end of it.
We hear a lot of good words like family, sacrifice, dedication, and everything. A lot of people aspiring to be entrepreneurs and that's entrepreneurs now, they understand that, but sometimes I feel like, you know, even though they might see like the fruits of your labor, like there's something that you do to like take a step outside of that, because everybody needs their own, you know, like their own time to take away from work and stuff, get your mind right. So what's some of the things you do to, you know, make yourself
separate myself? Yo, believe it or not,
that's
man,
a great question.
That's an amazing question.
Self-care. Is this really
Self-care? Yo,
self-care, yeah, exactly.
so besides the family time, because that's the number one piece. Yeah, that's a peace of mind in its own right. One of the things I love to do besides, I mean, I'm into sports, playing basketball. You know, when I was a little younger, I was a lot better, but still. But one of my big things I like to do, yo, I love coaching youth sports. Like, my daughter plays flag. And I'm not tooting her horn, but she does her thing. You know what I mean? And to where coaching her in games, coaching every team that I've coached, I've enjoyed. All the kids that I had in the flag football, all the leagues that we played in, I enjoy coaching them because it's like it takes me away from everything.
When the game going, you focus on that.
Focus on even at practice. Focus at practice. I don't answer my phone during the games where I practice. When she's training, like her trainer will tell you, I try to go there and watch her. I don't be on the phone. I'm not the parent that's on the phone while the kid's on the field. I'm watching her. I'm even yelling at her sometimes, you know what I mean, to pick it up, you know? But when I get involved in that side of my life, as far as just enjoying my kids, even when my oldest, she ran track, I go to her track meets. Like I was never the kind of parent where the kids are doing something and I'm still working.
Right.
Nah, I'm going for an hour. Give me my time. So I find my peace in that. I love to travel. Like when I go out of town and I'm with y'all, my friends or my other family, like I'm a different person. I like to let loose because I know at the end of the day, this is a short period of time that I have to be me with no worries about my businesses. You know what I mean? Then after that playtime is over, we get back to work. You know, so if I can say anything, it's gonna be spending time with family, my own personal workouts, whether it's playing basketball in the gym or whatever, coaching, travel. You know? And that's pretty much all I can say about that. What you gonna say, B?
Now, Wall said something earlier. He was talking about hustling and stuff like that. And a lot of people, especially in our culture, don't know the difference between being a hustler and being a business owner and being a businessman. So at what point did you realize, all right, I'm hustling, but I'm not necessarily a business owner or a businessman?
Yeah, I've been hustling since I was 14. I'm out of paper route. And the crazy thing about it was I was delivering newspapers for tips only, but I had an apartment complex. And how I switched it from being a hustler, so I used to wake up, wrap the newspapers up, go up there, deliver it. Then I'm like, yo, it's taking too long, I gotta figure something else out. So as a business owner, I hired my first employee, which was my dad. You know what I mean? And it was more like, yo, listen, it's kind of cold outside. You got the car with the heat, you know what I mean? If you don't mind getting up at 5 in the morning, we can get this done in a half an hour, you know what I mean? So the business owner of me was like, yo, let me hire an employee. Listen, you got the qualifications, you drive, you got a car, you know what I'm saying? I can run outside and throw the papers out myself. I just need you to keep the heat on, you know? So, and he did it, and we was every morning he'd wake up with me, I go deliver the papers, boom, 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 make my money, collect my money on Sundays, and go from there. But I would say, besides that, the official transition from being a hustler to a business owner, honestly, is when I would say I left the job at the juvenile jail, because working there, I was working hard. Because really a hustle is all about just putting in the time and effort to make a dollar one way or another. You know what I'm saying? So whether you got 4 or 5 jobs, you a hustler. But you're not, you working for somebody else's business. You know what I'm saying? You can work a security job, then go from there and work a stock job, then go from there and do something. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you might have 3 or 4 jobs, 3 or 4 quote unquote hustles, but you're not a business owner. So when I left that situation and I said, you know what? I'm not answering to nobody else. I'm gonna create my own situation to where whatever I put time and energy in is going back to my business. You know what I mean? And that's what it comes down to, because as a business owner, you control your destiny. Correct. You know, if I go out there and I say, you know, I have a contracting business, HLB Contractors, right? I'm a business owner, so anybody, all my contractors who work under my business name, I control their destiny. If I don't put in no work or get them jobs and opportunities, they're not feeding their kids. You know, that goes from being, I hate to say it, but a worker to a leader. And notice how I said leader, I didn't say both, we can discuss that later. You know what I mean? That goes from being a worker to a leader. So as a leader, my job is to get them opportunities, they do the work, we all get paid, they make the money, I make my money, everybody's happy. And that's when I became a business owner outside of being a hustler. Free game is the most motivational thing that you can give someone, because they don't lose nothing from it.
But
you lost.
Listen, but hold on. You give people, I've given people free game, right? And
Say what I was about to say.
I've given people free game, and they got the whole game, but they can't do nothing with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they even more madder that they got the game and don't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? So free game is only as good as the sacrifice or the decision to take that free game to, everybody got free game. Free game is nothing.
Yeah, but who loses in that though?
You lose your time,
It
100%.
depends on how much you invest in.
Yeah, you lose your time. They lose to me too because if they don't use the free game, it's a waste. It's a lose-lose. It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
With somebody.
Hold on.
I don't feel like it's a lose-lose because at the end of the day, if it's coming from you and it's genuine, it's gonna come back to you in a different way.
Right, but that's the important part though. And that's a great thing that you said, that if it's coming from me and it's genuine. But what I've learned though is I can only give that genuine energy to my people.
Right.
I'll give it here. I'll give free game here. But to Joe Schmo off the street, I don't know you from a hole in a donut. So you wasted my time. Listen, I win by seeing you win. I win by seeing you win. I became a real estate agent 5 years ago. Since I've been a realtor, Maul became a realtor. My man Emilio in Florida became a realtor. My brother Paul became a realtor. You know what I'm saying? My man T became a real estate investor. Bad's a real estate investor. You a real estate investor. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, I'm not saying that I motivated them to become realtors or being real estate investors, but they saw what I was doing. I'm pretty sure I got at least 1 or 2 phone calls like, yo, listen, quick question.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody started that. Y'all got a quick question. It's a 20-minute conversation. But I'm cool with that because it's y'all.
Right.
Now, I gotta respect the business side of it. So I get a call from a stranger, yo, quick question. Hold on. Go to my website, mybankgotthekeys.com. There's a consultation right there. You can sign up for the consultation. Because I didn't have quick questions turn into wasted time or competition.
Right. Trying to pick your brain so they can take you out.
That's competition.
Right.
So if I give you game about, yo, how do I learn about flipping houses? And I give you game about flipping houses, and then you don't come and want to flip a house with me, you don't call me the partner, but then when I put a bid in on the property, I'm competing with you. Hold on.
Right.
You wouldn't even be here if I didn't tell you how to be here.
That's you know what? Never mind.
But it happens. Listen, that's what I'm telling you. The entrepreneur, the ins and outs of the essential hustler, man. This is stuff that I've experienced. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I said, with the overdraft fees part of my book, it's because we all know, I don't know, I've been there though. When you go to the bank, you know what I mean? Right. Hey yo, ain't no worse feeling in the world when you go to the bank. Yeah, right? Listen, I only spent $2, but you have $2.
Right.
So we need to charge. Yeah, bro. You need 35. Yo. But you know how to have $30. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Do your thing, Playboy. Yeah. Listen, you want fries too? Do your thing. Yeah.
They added it up.
So that stressful part of the business is the same stressful part that you get when you're dealing with banks, and that feeling of like losing more than what you've given. You know what I'm saying? That's why I came up with the word entrepreneurial overdraft fees. Because being an entrepreneur, at different times when you lose more than what you give, you might only spend $2 at Burger King, but then if they charge you another $35 because you didn't have it, now you lost more money than what you even paid up front. So if I'm giving somebody free time and energy, and they're not giving it back to me, what am I gaining from that? I've lost. People talk a great game in this business. You know what I'm saying? I've had conversations with them, and I'm not better than nobody. I just do my thing. But making it happen is a key thing that people forget to do. Follow through. You know what I mean? Everybody will call you, say, "Listen, I'm into real estate investing. Yeah, I want to flip houses. You know what I mean? I want to do that. You listen, how do you do it? Show me, okay, cool. Yo, listen, we can see what's flip a house. But it's gonna cost you $20,000, and I'm gonna need you to be here 3 out of 5 days so you can learn the process also." You know what I'm saying? Now it's time for action. We've been talking for so long. You've been text messaging me for so long about this. Now it's time for action. Now it's time to make it happen. And that's when the true characters come out, because
I gotta put together my desk.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And I hate to say it, but
I gotta put together my desk.
It's truth be told, like if you think about it, it's insulting to a true hustler. You know, like with me with this book, Entrepreneurial Overdraft Fees, it's the ups and downs of the essential hustler. You know, like I want people to read that book and understand that no matter what happens, if you choose to take on a certain task to get to a certain place in life, and that's what you want to do and you love doing it, go through whatever obstacles you got to go through to get there to make it happen. That's it. Be broke. Lose money, lose time, get disappointed. I used to throw parties. We used to throw comedy shows. We used to throw comedy shows. Remember that, B?
Yeah.
We threw comedy shows for K-School Entertainment. And we would go out there, print up flyers, go out there, hand out flyers, put them on people's windshields.
Right.
You know, order, and we would have a situation where we order food for the crowd. Our goal was to give a good night of entertainment. And there's no,
experience.
excuse me, there's no worse feeling than going through all that and nobody show up.
My boy.
Yo.
So, I want to talk about, if we can, not to do too many questions at one time, but can you answer, I guess, a question A and question B? The first part, I want to talk about the importance of being an entrepreneur, especially in our culture where we feel like we in competition with one another in terms of the importance of working with one another and the importance of having goals of being a businessman.
Alright, so the first part, the importance of working with other entrepreneurs. That's what you're asking? It's probably the most important factor in being an entrepreneur. Because at the end of the day, like if we could all support each other without saying we gotta compete with each other, everybody wins. You know what I mean? Like, perfect example, my shirt is by a black-owned clothing brand. My man Matthias. You know, he got Love Period, you know what I'm saying? Clothing line. Like, I'm not wearing Tommy Hilfiger right now. So if this hopefully gets seen by millions of people, it's his shirt. You know what I mean? And the same way as him being in the fashion game, you know, if he knew somebody else, I want to buy a house. You know, my man Pop is a realtor. His number is yada yada yada. You do credit, I do real estate. So if somebody comes to me like, listen, I want to buy a house, I need to get my credit up, whose number they gonna get? You know what I mean? It's the simple things like, so to be able to push and market each other is very important. I'm in Atlanta. I don't live in Atlanta, you know? And I had to contact Holiday Production to come out here and shoot this video for me, you know? And at the end of the day, when I know somebody else, listen, I'm gonna go down to Atlanta and shoot a video, who do you know? I'm referring their business. You have to be able to build each other when it comes to other
Right,
people.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like one hand washes the other and everybody's hands are always gonna be clean.
Is that what led you to write Overdraft for you?
Yeah, because I feel like as if it's a book that people have to read if you want to get in this game, because you have to be aware that even if you're an entrepreneur already and you're at a certain stage of the book, you might be at the stage of, like one of my chapters is like, it's basically about, you know, trusting the people that you hire. What's the point of having a good accountant if you're not listening to what they got to say? So if your accountant or your financial advisor is like, listen, you need to save money, and you don't save money, what's the point of having them for? You know what I mean? If you have a personal trainer who's telling you, listen, you wanna live a long time, you gotta work out more, you don't wanna go to the gym, what's the point of having a personal trainer? So whatever stage that you at in a book, the next stage is what you need to read about. The next 4 or 5 chapters. I don't care if you're on the second to last chapter, read the last chapter of the book, because that next chapter is gonna tell you answers to your problems you're dealing with right now. And we need that. Like, this book is for any entrepreneur who needs to understand, no matter what happens, what you're trying to do, what business that you're in, if you locked in and you focus, whether you're taking losses or taking wins, always keep the end in mind that you're gonna make it.
And where can we get this?
Amazon.com, Entrepreneur Overdraft Fees, or go to my website, www.levaingotthekeys.com. You can order from there. If you order from the website, you will get an autographed copy as well. And contact me on Instagram, PLPHLV_real estate, or Facebook.com/Michael Lavana Realtor, or my YouTube page, Michael Lavana Realtor as well.
Buy 2, cop 1 for you, cop 1 for your boo. It's all love.
Yo, listen, one more last toast. Yeah, blessings, especially right now in the time we all here right now, and I appreciate you guys. I love you guys for being here. And my new slogan is good health, more wealth, love everything else, man. Cheers, man.
Cheers.